The WSL is back. The coffee is fresh, hot, and ready to go. See what I did there?
Nice.
We are back talking about game week 12 and the excitement of new signings. But we have to start on a dampened one and talk about Arsenal. Charlie, over to you.
The most boring game ever. Mate,
It weren't great.
so they showed a stat before the game. Man U and Arsenal playing the top four, and it was 3 draws and 1 loss. So neither of them have beat a top 4 team this season so far. So before the game, it was a guaranteed draw. I just didn't expect it to be a goalless draw.
We have.
Yeah, you've beat both of us. That's the loss that we both got.
The league is ours. Sorry.
Mate,
Carry on.
honestly, it was it was very boring. We've got the podcast prep. That's hard to say. Say that 3 times. We've got the podcast prep on our phones. So if we are looking at phones, I apologise. So first things first, we need to talk about Kyra Cooney-Cross. So during the warm-up, all the players were wearing Kyra's shirt with 32 Cooney-Cross on the back. Because her mum has recently been diagnosed with stage 4
terminal cancer. Yeah.
Stage 4 terminal cancer. Yeah, it's a really sad time. Obviously, all of our wishes and thoughts go with the Cooney-Cross family. There is a donation page, so if anybody does want to donate and leave a message and leave their thoughts and prayers, I will put it in the link. But yeah, just 2 things. Arsenal obviously did the warm-up shirts, and then also in the 32nd minute, when Fallon took her second time out of the game. No, sorry, first time out of the game. It was the 32nd minute, and Arsenal fans were clapping for Kyra Cooney-Cross, which was really lovely. And someone, I'm not going to name names, was crying on a live stream.
I did. We went live for the game with Han, and I cried. It is a very emotional time, and I think especially if you've ever been kind of touched by cancer in your life, like seeing someone else go through it is just not nice. But the Arsenal fans, I think, did Kyra proud. She shared a video I'd seen of when they were doing it was either the clap or the march beforehand, because the people that march, what's it called? The Arsenal, not your ultras, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what they call themselves, but I know that the people that normally wear black are called the Ashburton Army. But yeah, I don't know what they're called when they do the march. I don't know if they even call themselves anything. I just know that some of the fans, the ultras, as you would probably say, yeah, they do the march through the tunnel, don't they?
Yeah, and they had a sign that said, "We love you, Jess and Kyra," which was really, really cute. And they also had that when they were clapping in the 30
Yeah, they held it up in the stand, didn't they?
Yeah, it must be. I can't even begin to imagine how awful it is. And I do think Arsenal are going to struggle without her, but sometimes family is a lot bigger than anything else. So.
I mean, we've only just started playing her as well, which is really frustrating, because obviously you lot know how much I love Kyra Cooney-Cross. I've been talking about playing her for so long. We've finally done it, and then now, obviously, she's not able to play for complete, understandable circumstances. To lead on, I'm trying to do one of your really good segues here.
Leaving you do it.
Talking about the lineup, then going with Frida starting in the 10. Good old Frida Marnham.
Who you now love, right?
So basically, new year, new me. I'm trying to be very positive this season, because obviously I've been very positive in the past. I'm trying to be more positive, so I was cheering the girls on. I was basically the biggest cheerleader for Arsenal women.
He actually was. Anybody that was in the live stream with me and Han, Charlie doesn't ever come on live anymore, and you were even featuring on that, trying to be a positive Polly.
Nice. I'll take that.
Frida played well, in my opinion.
I think she played well, but I don't. It's not just a Frida thing. I think
it's not.
We were just, we were shooting, but we were shooting as if the football was made of concrete, because the ball just wasn't moving very far. But positive and all that stuff. We tried.
You tried, and it was the most boring game ever. Do you know what? It could have been more boring.
It could have been, no shots on target. Nothing. We had a load of shots on target. Yeah. We had 28 chances or something ridiculous like that. We did have a lot of chances. They were just all straight at Fallon.
I do think as well, though, like, it seemed like you did not want to win, and it seemed like United didn't want to win. You were just playing for a draw.
I've seen a lot of people say that both teams set up not to lose.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're wanting to get back into that top two now. You're 10 points behind. This feels like
We're
really
10 points
weird.
behind you.
You're 10 points behind us, which means you're 4 points behind Chelsea. But you're going to have to do something to help you get there. I don't see you coming anywhere near that top two. I can't lie.
No, I
And
don't
I don't
either.
see Chelsea catching up with us now.
I don't, and I don't think we even. I don't think we even deserve to be there at the minute. I think.
You're very lost at the minute, I think.
I just think there's too much rotation, and we don't know our starting 11. And we don't really have the privileges that other teams have. I'm not saying that we don't have a lot of players, because we do,
You
but
do,
we
and you
don't
have a
have
good squad.
we don't have the privilege of world class players in threes and things like that. Like, you look at, for example, City
We
now.
do.
Now, obviously, you've got Sam Coffey, which we'll go into in a bit more detail. But you've got Yui, Sam Coffey, Blinky, Laura Coombs now. Grace Clinton can play in there.
Mm.
There's probably others that I'm missing out. I can't think of the top of my head. Obviously, you got Viv that plays in the 10. Sydney Lohman can play in there. Like,
we are a very
there's so many
versatile
options.
team at the minute.
Yeah, there's so many options there. Whereas Arsenal, we've got, as a midfield, we've got Mariona, Frida, Kyra normally, and I'm just forgetting who else we've got at the minute.
Charlie doesn't know his own team. Pass
Honestly,
it on.
it's been
Positive though
it's been a rough time to be an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, and I feel very smug at the minute because Arsenal are very much in that position we were in last season, just without the injuries. But the positive you've got to look at, this is alleged, this is not confirmed, we don't know anything that anybody else doesn't know. But it's pretty obvious Georgia Stanway is most likely coming to you lot, and I think Georgia Stanway could change a lot of things for you. And I mean, it's too late this season now. She's not coming this season. If she is coming, it's going to be next season. For anybody who's not seen, she put a statement out last week saying that she was leaving Bayern Munich at the end of the season. In interviews, she's bigged up Arsenal ridiculously, that I'm surprised they can all walk out of doors. Their heads are that big. But I do genuinely believe that if you get Georgia Stanway, that's going to change everything for you. She could be that missing piece, because I think it goes. We've said it before. A lot of people, like obviously you didn't, but a lot of people said, well, we've won the Champions League. That means that we're going to win everything this season. And that hasn't worked out. And if anything, you guys seem a little bit lost. And don't get me wrong, you've got some unreal players, but I think they're all just a little bit unsure of what to do at the minute. I think Renee's the same, and I was a little bit confused when I'd seen how long she'd extended her contract for, but clearly the board and everyone else thinks that she's capable of kind of taking you to big places. I think she's just got to find her feet, and people have got to remember she came in halfway through a season. She didn't do a full season, so she's still finding her feet, and you were just lucky that you won the Champions League within that time.
Vic Palova was the one that I'm missing.
If you thought about that while I had my little Arsenal rant.
Yeah. See, the thing is, obviously, I completely agree, and obviously have agreed that we weren't going to win the league, because I predicted City as the main reason. But the second thing is that Arsenal actually, and I think especially last season as well, are set up for tournament football. I don't think we're set up for a league. Like, the way that we play is very cagey. Like, as you can see by the draws and just like not scoring a lot of goals in games that we probably should be scoring a lot of goals in, you can see that we're set up to kind of hit people on the counter at times and play, and mainly kind of only play of what we're playing against. We don't necessarily dictate games. We kind of change what we... Similar to United, to be fair. Like, I could see United doing quite well in tournaments just because they're set up, and both managers are really smart in terms of tactical... Wow, what's the word? Like, tactical... tactical... understand tactics of the opposition, so they know how to change their team based on that. They're not necessarily a team that will dictate games by having their own tactic. But like you see when Mark Skinner plays in some of the derbies, obviously not the latest one, he got that one terribly wrong. But And I think that was a mix of playing so many different games. But you can see that he kind of sets his team out to play against what the opposition are going to do, not necessarily what his team are going to do to win the game. It's always they go and play this way. Like, he knows that Arsenal have got really good wingers, so what they did was they made the middle of the pitch really compact. So when you're playing that way and you're going, right, we know that they're going to go out wide and they're going to cross it in, so let's just block the middle of the pitch. And when you watched Arsenal cross the ball in, they had like 5 or 6 players in the box every single time, ready to defend the ball. So of course they're not going to go and win the game, because that clearly isn't their tactic. Their tactic is whatever we were going to do, they need to stop that. And I worry that a lot of the time Arsenal do the same thing. Like, Rene is very good at that. Look at the Barca game. They just couldn't get anything going because, one, we were just playing really well and clearly had something on our side, which we're going to find out in the dark.
Yeah, we've got that to catch up on.
But also, we set up in a way that made it just really chaotic for Barca, especially in the last 20 minutes when we got that goal. Is they leave Beth or Frida just wide open, and that's how we got that goal, because they were just so concentrated on that kind of routine that we'd been doing. We then changed it to go against them. So yeah, both managers are very scared of going for it, I think, at the minute. And I get it. Like, you don't want to... This league is really easy to go under the radar and go missing. Like, you can have a couple of games where you go out and you try something, and you could lose against Everton like Chelsea did. You can draw against Villa, or
you could beat Everton. Just saying.
You can lose points and draw games that you shouldn't, just like that. Like, it is crazy.
Oh, you could have 11 games unbeaten and actually beat Everton and United and Arsenal. Anyway, shall we move on? I did actually see something the other day. It's not on the notes, but I'd seen a post. I can't remember who it was. So if you see this and it was your post, take credit for it. But somebody had put a thing up, and it was like, can these top 3 clubs do the quadruple? And it was like, there was obviously Chelsea, Arsenal, and United, and it was obviously League Cup, the League, the Champions League, and the FA Cup. And I was just like, they're miles out. Like, they are miles out. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I will miss the Sandwich Cup next season when we're not in it, because we're back in the Champions League.
Yeah, that's a bit stupid.
But yeah, it just made me laugh, because I was like, Chelsea, I'm not saying City are definitely going to win the league. It's a dream. We all want it to happen. But all it takes is us to lose once and a draw once, and Chelsea to do more than us. And I know mathematically that might not work, but it's just theoretically talking, before anybody comes at me. But it is genuinely like, I think City are just miles ahead, and we've got something that the other teams haven't necessarily got this season. And a lot of people are saying, well, City are not in the Champions League. But I think if we'd have done...
part of it.
It is part of it. We have got less games to play. I'm not denying that.
You still have to win those games, though.
Yeah, I do miss the cold nights for the Champions League.
I
know you don't, but I do. And I just think that we've got that advantage this season that other teams don't necessarily have. And we'll get on to signings in a bit, because I do want to promote our new signing. I'm so glad that came out, because it was the worst kept secret in our house.
Worst kept secret, once again, in football.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of people knew it was happening, but when she was actually at City the other day, we were like, okay, no, this is definitely happening now. But City have just... We obviously beat Everton at the weekend. It was a comfortable win. We enjoyed the game, didn't we?
I think before we get into the game, I think we need to, like, the thing with City and is why you're doing well. Yeah, you haven't got a Champions League, but you still have to win the games that you've got, and you have to beat teams that you haven't really gone and beat before. So, beating United and beating Arsenal is not just because you don't have Champions League games, it's because of the game plan. Like, Kirsten has done interviews and said it just feels different. And the same with Alex Greenwood. She said there's something about the team at the minute that is just different. And I think adding Jade Rose in the team and having Kirsten play a completely different role and Alex
Yeah, I
Greenwood now
agree.
going out to left back. Like, it's just something is just clicking at the minute. And even when Viv's not
Yeah.
having a great game or Bunny Shaw's not having a great game, you can throw in Carolyn and Lauren Hemp
Mm.
coming back in, and you just got so many options and so many goals from so many different places. And then put on top of that how good Bunny Shaw is. It's just a different thing. And I think last season you were so focused on keeping the ball and playing the Man City way and all that
Yeah, it didn't
DNA
work. Did
rubbish
not
that I'm
work.
sick of in football at the minute. It's just like, you've got it. Whatever it is at the minute, City, you've got it, and City are going to keep going. And I think,
Mm.
they're going to really put a beating on some teams later in the season because they're just not going to give up. And I know you're probably going to say it when you do talk about the team, but you've got players to come back as well, and it's going to be
Yeah, we have. We've
it's
got
going to
quite a
be a
few.
team to really mess with.
I think whatever Andre's doing is working massively.
Hugely.
And you can see the fluidity on the pitch. Like, players are happy to move positions, and like you said, like, they're playing in completely different positions to where they necessarily normally would. Especially Kirsten, like, she's gone from that defensive role to just like being here, there, and everywhere. And we did kind of a prediction of what we thought the lineup was going to be in the card, didn't we, on Sunday? And that front combination of kind of like Carolyn, Bunny, and Lauren Hemp, and then having Viv there as well in that number 10 role, it's massively made a difference for us. And we've still got Mary Fowler to come back.
Grace Clinton can play there.
Grace Clinton as well. Oh my gosh, I loved her. I have fallen in love with Grace Clinton. And everybody's like, oh, she's not getting as much game time as Jess Park. But actually, when Grace does play, she's there. Like,
It's
there was
difficult
not a
because you don't know
single
where to play
player.
her.
There was not a single player I could fault on Sunday. And I think we've got that flair. We've got those players. We've still got so many to come back from injury. That I think we are the team. We are the team to beat this season. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, I had somebody come in the live the other day and they were like, well, you've got to beat Chelsea. Yeah, but whether we lose to Chelsea or beat Chelsea or what, as long as the other games around it, we don't lose, I think we're well in.
And Chelsea need to worry about winning their games.
And we've got so many players and so many goals coming from different places that it's not just kind of your strikers that are scoring. You've got Rebecca Canuck scoring headers. Like,
Yeah.
You've got Kirsten who can score from anywhere. Like,
An assist.
we are just unstoppable at the minute, and I am going to be biased. I am a Man City fan, but I think you, as kind of like an Arsenal fan, even you're kind of like, oh, actually, no, you definitely are going to do it this season.
Well, I already knew you were going to.
Like, Sunday was just a madness, and obviously before the winter break, we played Villa, which unfortunately we didn't get to because thanks Car for letting us down on that one. But like, I don't think there's been a single game where I've thought, no, we're going to struggle here. After we had the Chelsea game, so it is what it is. We're on an 11 game unbeaten, and yeah, Everton struggled at the weekend. I think Maz Pacheco was obviously taken off quite early on. Ruby Mace was good. She was good. I think she was probably one of the best players on the pitch, but
She's been
again,
one of the best players, kind of
she
underrated.
struggled.
She's been one of the best players, kind of underrated in the whole league, to be honest. Like, moving back into centre back has really benefited her. And we were having a conversation during the game about her role and kind of saying that, she did play in midfield for Leicester and, started in midfield for Everton and, wasn't really setting the world on fire. And then when we went to watch her for England at Bramall Lane, her and Grace Clinton ran the show. And it showed it because England were the more dominant team. Everton and Leicester aren't the dominant team, so her dropping back into centre-back makes her look good and shows her in the best light because she's constantly being attacked. She's being attacked by good teams, so she's got more opportunity to defend and then play the ball forward. So she does look better because she's got more chances. And yeah, she's killing it at the minute. She's doing really well.
She really is. And if we go back to City, obviously, if we just talk about the 2 goals that we had at the weekend, Carolyn's goal, the whole ground had a delayed reaction because I don't think any of us thought it had gone in. And it wasn't actually until we watched the footage back that we realised it was actually a really clear goal and you could see that it had gone in. But at the time, everyone was like, is it in? Is it not? so that she did really well. Carolyn is on fire, and then obviously we had Viv score as well. And
In the
like
second half.
in the second half, and it's like Viv's fallen back in love with football. She said in interviews that since being back at City, she loves football again, and it's worked out really well. And I am happy for once with my team.
And Bunny
Constant.
Shaw's assist was
Oh,
the little
Bunny.
dink over the top of the defender to straight to Viv to finish. It was great.
Do you know how good it is to see like Viv and Lauren Hemp and Bunny being able to link up together with Carolyn also thrown in there?
Carolyn is world class.
I
man.
would go as far as saying, and if my father-in-law watches this, I'm not being biased, but I would go as far as saying we have got the best forwards in the league right now.
Yeah.
1000% got the best in the league.
You've got the. Yeah, I mean, I would say, well, it's what Lauren Hemp or Alyssa Thompson. I mean, that's up to you lot in the comments because that's
Lauren
quite
Hemp.
a difficult one to pick from because they are both brilliant, and Alyssa Thompson is rapid as well. I mean, Hemp is too, but that's a difficult one. Obviously, the right side's easier because who plays on the right side for? Is it Captain who plays on the right side for Chelsea? I can't remember off the top of my head. So. Yeah, and then I would pick Carolyn over her, and then Sam Kerr, Ramirez, Aggie Beaver Jones, or Bunny Shaw. Taking Bunny Shaw,
Yeah,
mate.
I'd take Bunny over all of them.
So yeah, it's a good debate to have. Maybe we've got to put that to some people and see what they reckon.
But if we're talking about fantastic things that are at City at the moment, see what I'm doing here. You will notice in a moment, Charlie. Before we move on to talk about the other WSL games at the weekend, I do just want to shout out Jade and Becca from After, who kindly gifted us a hoodie each. They gave us some key rings for us to give out at the game on Sunday, which was really lovely to be able to have those interactions. There will be a video coming out of us questioning a couple of City fans about what they thought about it. But if you haven't seen the collection, head over to City's website, or you can head over to After's website. They have the hoodies, there are notepads, there are water bottles, there are key rings, there's loads in the collection. And if you're not a City fan, they also have Arsenal, which is where they originally started. And they have got some Lionesses stuff as well, but I don't know if that's still available. And there will be something else coming out very, very soon. So keep an eye out. But yeah, thank you, Jade and Becca. We very much appreciate you working with us. And we're excited to see what happens in the future.
One more thing before we move on from City.
Go on.
I don't know how you feel, and obviously other City fans, but a lot of the games you've started kind of quite slow, and for a majority of the majority of the first halves is quite frustrating. Like it takes a while to break down. I know that obviously will happen when you're such an attacking threat and teams will sit behind the ball, but with the quality that City have got, you expect them to kind of be firing straight away. And I think obviously last season you probably would have lost a lot of these games. So I would like to know how City fans feel about kind of some of the games being boring, not as boring as obviously a lot of the Arsenal ones at the minute, but kind of still getting through it. But some of them are quite tough to watch.
I mean, I disagree. I'm just enjoying watching my team win at the minute. I can't lie. After last season, it's a pleasant surprise. And obviously, it's nice to know that we're winning. And the likes of Liverpool, who now have Gareth Taylor, unfortunately for them, they're not. So I think it's just nice being able to see him not do very well and us do great. But I think...
Fair.
We should probably move on and talk about someone else who didn't do very well at the weekend.
Nice, I was going to get there. Get in. Good
Got
work.
there first. Obviously, this is so cruel. Obviously, last week it came out that Ashley Neville was leaving Tottenham after years and years there. She's a club legend for Tottenham, to move to Leicester. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Leicester played Tottenham on Sunday. And Ashley Neville forgot what team she played for and actually ended up scoring for Tottenham.
Yeah, she scored an own goal.
Shirt. She scored an own goal. Unfortunate on her debut for Leicester. And she got booked on her debut as well.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
And unfortunately for her, the only goal of the game was her own goal, helping her old team out. So,
I do feel bad because they literally done like a at the start and the end of the game, they done like a farewell for her. So
Yeah, they did.
I might be wrong, and I might be seeing a number somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure she was at Tottenham for like over 10 years.
She was there a long time. I'm not sure the exact
I
amount,
can't
but she was
remember.
definitely there a long time.
She was like over 10 years. They gave her a shirt. Like they'd done the
Yeah.
shirt for her. They'd done like a walkout thing, and at the game, at the end of the game, they'd done like the tunnel that she goes through and done like a farewell for her. But yeah, and she gave her one final thing, didn't she? Really, with the goal and the win. So
In all seriousness, though, I do hope she's okay because she did get a lot of grief on social media, and obviously that's not okay. But yeah, it's just unfortunate for her. Another unfortunate game at the weekend as well was for the new West Ham manager. As a City fan and as an Arsenal fan, we were both hoping that it would be a new manager bounce for West Ham, but unfortunately that didn't work out and they lost 5-0 to Chelsea. That goal difference is getting smaller.
The new managers did not have a good weekend, did they?
No, they really did not. Obviously, Chelsea were without Aggie Beaver-Jones and Kira Walsh due to injury.
And they benched Sam
Kerr. Do you understand how much that messed up my fantasy WSL?
Yes, because I also had her.
I had her on my pitch, and I also had Peng in goal because I completely forgot that Hannah Hampton was going to be back, which was unfortunate. But LJ was back. LJ was back and she scored. Emloy will love that one. Big up UM because I know
she didn't really score.
She didn't score a hat trick, but
she didn't even score. She just got the ball kicked at her and it went in.
That poor keeper had an absolute mare. Obviously, Alyssa Thompson played really well again. She is proving that she is worth her money. I think she's really come into her own at Chelsea. Obviously, you didn't really watch much Angel City with me last season. Beginning of the season because it was on at 3 a.m. and Charlie was not dedicated to watching Alana like I was. But she played really well at Angel City, but I do think she's really come into her own at Chelsea and she's playing even better there.
Pace. They're just using her pace and what she's good at, which is just running at people. And
she's young, isn't she? She's young, she's fast, so she's full of flair.
She's class. She's really good. She's actually really good. I know that I was, you were
skeptical, weren't you?
Yeah, and I was giving her a little bit of like, oh, you're not gonna come to the WSL and set it alight. And yeah, she's proving me wrong. She's doing really well. Imagine her at City.
I was just going to say that. Alyssa Thompson, if you ever decide you don't want to be in London anymore and you want to come enjoy the rain of Manchester, please feel free to come and join us.
That would be crazy.
Obviously, Sandy Baltimore also got herself on the team sheet.
Twice.
She had a brace. Good for her.
I need to watch the goals because she only ever scores worldies and I haven't seen these 2 goals. So if they're worldies, then it still keeps it going.
It does concern me though, like this goal difference is slowly ramping up. And if there's games that we lose that we shouldn't really lose, then Chelsea are going to come and take the league again.
Don't bottle it.
We won't. We're not Arsenal. We won't bottle it. We'll be fine. When Arsenal men don't win the league, we'll win the league. And City men will win the league and we'll have a joint parade. It will be great. Obviously, this loss now, though, does put West Ham a point above the relegation zone. There is only a point between them and Liverpool now. Oh, poor Liverpool. Poor Liverpool. And someone else who had a poor time was Cascarino. Why, Charlie? Why?
Yeah. So, Cascarino was meant to go and make her debut for West Ham. But as she's going on, the 4th official is like, oh, you need to take your earring out. And then the ref stops the restart and is like, yeah, you need to take your earring out. And then she couldn't get her earring out, so
she put a plaster on it as well, and they still wouldn't let her on the pitch.
They wouldn't let her on, so she could not make her debut. And the managers come out afterwards and said, this is ridiculous. It's not a problem in the Italian league or the Champions League. However, in the WSL, you need to take your earrings out. So yeah, debut next week maybe.
And it was not a good start for the poor West Ham manager. There's been quite a few sackings, both in the men's and the women's, which is interesting.
There's been loads, isn't there?
Yeah. Another person that I could see getting sacked soon is Gareth Taylor at Liverpool.
They're just getting too many draws.
Yeah, they're getting through on draws. How many points have they got now?
I mean, they're drawing against some good teams. I think they've drew
against London City.
They've drew against London City. They've drew against Chelsea. They've drew against, I want to say, Brighton and potentially West Ham. Did they draw to? So
I believe
they should have 4 points. They're 1 behind West Ham, aren't they? So
yeah.
I think that's right, by the way. Ball knowledge.
It does concern me, London City, because they've got so many good players.
Yep.
They've got another new signing, so I have a feeling that this window is going to be very much like the summer window. But it was I've watched some of the highlights back, and I just didn't think either team actually wanted to win. It was very similar to the
You say that
United
though.
Arsenal game, and I just felt like they were just playing for a draw.
You say that, but this new manager's been brought in because of his attacking philosophy, and they didn't score a goal.
I just want to see Alana on the pitch. I can't lie.
Yeah, fair.
I just want to see Alana,
Fair.
and she's not there.
Talking about transfers though, and on the City Lionesses, they are currently linked with the other Cascarina from PSG.
Oh, so they'll both be over here.
Yeah, they'll both be in London.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that happening. If Soccer Donna has said it's happening, guys. It is happening. Allegedly. Obviously, Olsen was not playing either.
Which was huge. Huge because they play Enderby.
Did you ever bring double sell?
No, I didn't. I nearly put her in my fantasy team. Also, if you are a Liverpool fan and you like Mia Enderby, or you're not a Liverpool fan and you do like Mia Enderby, stay away from Twitter or X, because a lot of women's football fans are not giving Mia Enderby a good time.
I love Mia Enderby.
They're looking through her stats and it's like she hasn't scored in like the past 4 seasons or something, and they keep renewing her contract and playing her up front.
I love Mia Enderby.
Yeah, I do feel bad for her. But like,
this is why I don't go on Twitter.
Yeah, honestly, if you're a Mia Enderby fan or Olivia Smith fan, stay away from X.
Grace Fisk did play well though. I think Grace Fisk played really, really well. And obviously Kerry Holland was a consistent player as well. We were quite lucky actually with the timings, because we actually managed to watch majority of that game because we were back from City in time. But I just want to see Alana. I miss Alana. Yeah. And why on earth did she come? I know obviously it's probably for the money, but why on earth would you leave City to go to Angel City in the heat of America and then come back to London to sit on a bench?
Do you want a genuine answer?
Her and Katie Zellum I feel really bad for, because they were having the time of their lives over at Angel City, and unfortunately I'm grateful they're back. I'm still trying to persuade Charlie to go to Sunderland, London City at the weekend because it's closer than Bournemouth. But yeah, I'm just slightly...
Do you want a genuine answer?
You're going to tell me it's because of the money?
Well, I mean, yeah, but also the answer why players are coming away from the NWSL is because America isn't the great land for women's football at the minute.
Well, it's not great for being a woman at all, is it? Let's not get into the politics, but it's not great for being a woman at all.
Let's move on from that quickly.
Yeah.
No, because obviously before it was the place to go. Like, people would go there and, you know, they would get more opportunities. There was more funding there. And it just now is that England is that place. Look, and think of the big names that are now going.
Winning the Euros twice as hell.
Trinity Rodman is meant to be leaving. You've got, obviously, Sam Coffey's left. Luckily, Lindsay Heaps is going back, so that is a big name to have there.
Yeah, she is.
You know, Captain America and all that. But then, obviously, Alyssa Thompson's left. You know, her sister
is being linked with the WSL as well.
I can't think off the top of my head, but there's definitely some other big names that have left. Like, even like
Mackenzie Arnold to Arsenal. You heard it here
please,
first.
No.
I would love that.
Please,
I would
no.
absolutely love Macca at Arsenal.
But that is, I genuinely think, the reason. Like, it's not going to be the league that everyone thought it was before, and we'll probably see Esme Morgan come back. We'll probably see Jess Carter come back at some point. Maybe Mackenzie Arnold will come back, and I do think these players will probably, if it's not England, it will be another league in Europe. But I genuinely do think that is the reason why the NWSL is starting to lose these big players.
Well, a big player who used to play in the NWSL managed to score in the WSL this weekend. Who is that person, Charlie? Rachel Daly.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she played in America. Oh, yeah, she was there before the Euros, wasn't she? Because then she came back and went to Villa.
So Villa actually managed to beat Brighton at the weekend 2-1.
Which was mad.
After going 1-0 down, which was
mad.
Yeah. Obviously, Rachel Daly and Kirsty Hansen both scored. And Lucia Kendall got an assist. So that did my fantasy WSL.
And a booking.
Good. Yeah, I lost a point for that. Let's not talk about that. But it's great to see Lucia Kendall getting that time to play and develop, because she is an absolutely unreal player, and she is like a future Lioness. Well, she is a Lioness now, but like she is the future of the Lionesses.
When Walsh leaves, I can imagine she'll be the one that goes straight into there. And look,
I agree.
If it's not the same position role,
please don't cry, guys. Have a day off. Talking about transfers though, there have been some big moves already in the transfer window. I believe the transfer window is open until the 2nd of February. Don't quote me on that. I believe it is. I'm sure someone told me that on live the
And
other
Arsenal
day.
was still not going to make a single signing.
Arsenal are not going to make a signing.
Well, we made one, but still.
One signing I was really disappointed about, actually, and this was for personal reasons, not because of anything else, was that Melissa Lawley was recalled from Burnley.
It's good to see
to
her in the
Everton.
WSL, though.
But it was good to see her back in the WSL. It was good to see her on Sunday warming up, but I just feel like, I don't know. I think there must be some sort of movement at Burnley. No comment.
Oh, Burnley.
There's some sort of not Burnley, sorry. There's
Everton.
some sort of movement at Everton, which has meant that she's now being recalled from Burnley.
That's none of my business, though.
But we know nothing. Shh. We know nothing. But obviously Melissa Lawley moved. I loved seeing her at the Joy on Sunday. It was just a shame she didn't get to play. Another player who was there for Everton on Sunday was also Hannah Blundell.
Who played?
She played really well.
She played well.
And she had her little United fan club attend, which we didn't actually realise this until afterwards. I mean, United fans don't like when other fans go to their games from different teams, but apparently it's okay for their players to come to our games, so that's absolutely fine. And we had Rachel Williams and Saf Patel, and who else was there?
Leah Galton
and Kayla Rendell. They were all in attendance at the Joy at the weekend, along with Sam Coffey.
Money into City's pocket.
Thank you for paying for your tickets, ladies. We very much appreciate it.
Would have been away tickets.
Yeah, it would. They were actually in the way end as well.
We completely missed a new signing that played at the weekend as well for Arsenal. Holmberg for 10 minutes. Was mint, actually. She looked like
Charlie's new favourite player.
She looked like the exact like for like of Emily Fox.
She was on my list to bring up, you know.
She made a really good run forward, and then crossed it in the box. She was class. I hope we play her a little bit more when Emily Fox is literally dying on the pitch, because we tend to just keep her on until her legs fall off.
Yeah, you really do. I thought it was funny at the weekend. Total segue. That's not relevant. We're talking about Emily Fox. I thought it was hilarious that all of the Arsenal players had long sleeves on except Emily Fox and Leah Williamson. Clearly don't feel the cold.
I just watched the football, mate.
But if we were going back to, obviously, United players and ex-United players, Hayley Ladd has moved as well.
Where's Hayley Ladd gone?
Hayley Ladd has gone to Crystal Palace. So she is back in the WSL 2.
I don't know.
Because she wasn't playing at Everton. So she's moved down a league. You've obviously got the rumour of Georgia Stanway, Rachel Williams. I don't think United fans are happy about that one, but I believe she's gone to Leicester, or is going to Leicester. Sarah Malin has gone on loan to Leicester from Aston Villa after getting married to Rachel Daly. Imagine that, having a rivalry in your house as newlyweds. How does that work? No comment. And then the massive one from Chelsea, which actually left Charlie speechless, which doesn't happen often now.
Signing of the season.
Who has moved to Villa?
Jean-Francois is going to Villa. The holding midfielder is going to play in midfield with Lucia Kendall. That's going to be...
On a permanent.
Mate, that is the signing of the season. Like, that is... Look, if you don't think it is, you don't know ball, all right? Villa are going to do well.
How rude.
I know.
On about rudeness, though. One thing that I think is extremely rude is that apparently, I don't know if this is true, I don't know if it's even come out yet, but Bunny Shaw did not make the team of the year. On EA. Thoughts?
She was nominated.
Didn't make it.
It's because there's only 5 City fans in the world and they didn't vote her.
Oh, dear Lord. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I don't even know what to say to you now. Speechless. We have got a Hans hot take this week to end the pod. Rather than ask us a question, because nobody sent one in.
And rather than me talk about the Arsenal game.
Shall we listen to Hans' thoughts?
If we have to.
Go on then.
Take it away, Han.
Who's got the best podcast in the Football League? It's Charlie and Kirsty. Hello, I'm back with another Hans hot take. Charlie and Kirsty better appreciate this because I'm filming this at 6:45 in the morning. So, gonna keep it brief. Arsenal United, awful. And I'm sure Charlie has already talked your ear off about how bad it was. A 0-0 draw is just the worst possible outcome for a game. Arsenal just did not look clinical inside the box, juxtaposed with Man City, and you see that unreal second goal from Miedemar. That is what Arsenal are missing. We miss Miedemar. I mean, still not over it, 2 years later? Awful, awful. United looked like they were playing to draw. Arsenal just didn't look like they wanted it. Sunday games, firstly, I wish I was a fly on the wall in Villa's halftime dressing room talk, because to go from 1-0 down from listening to punditry, Villa did not look strong in the first half, to then within 3 minutes scoring 2 goals and a classic worldie from Rachel Daly. Unreal. The other game I'm going to talk about, and I didn't watch it because why would I do that to myself as an Arsenal fan, is the Chelsea game. Chelsea-West Ham. Have watched the highlights though, and oh gosh, new manager bounce for West Ham? Not happening. Chelsea, just outrageous. One player in particular, Ellie Carpenter, who I feel is probably one of the most underrated players in the WSL right now. The speed on that woman, flabbergasted. Watching back the Alyssa Thompson goal, where Carpenter basically comes out of nowhere and charges down the wing to get the ball and then eventually set that up. Just unreal. And the last point I'm going to talk about is the really unfortunate point, and that is Tottenham 1, Leicester 0. Ashley Neville, last week, who was Tottenham's longest serving reigning player, 9 years she was at Tottenham, completed a move to Leicester City, who then they played against Tottenham 3 days later. And the only goal of the game, in my opinion unfairly when watching it back, but went as an own goal. Ashley Neville. I don't know what you guys think if you've talked about it already, but for me, that felt like that came off the keeper and not Ashley Neville. But how devastating for her. That's my quick Hannah's Hot Takes roundup. Hope you're both well. Love you lots.
Thank you, Han. I feel like Charlie probably agrees with a lot of what you said. We are back. If you want to give us a hot take, let us know. If there's anything you want us to discuss, let us know. And we are willing to answer questions if you want to send us a play bench cell. We've not done one of those for a while. That would be nice.
Or which I think is a better, like, a topic we can debate. So, like, should VAR be in the women's game? Stuff like that.
Absolutely not.
Is a good one.
It is FA Cup this coming weekend. We will be doing a podcast on that afterwards. Not sure when it will be filmed, so hopefully there might be some more signings somewhere in between. If you have enjoyed, like, subscribe, share it with your dog, your frog, your parents, your nan, whoever. And follow us on Spotify as well, because we are available on Spotify. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.